Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win in my I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, 12 can't really stop, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot. In a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like wholesale. Everything must go sell. Hitting with the old well, need 100 million on the low scale. On my worst night, I'm the best. Wouldn't mess with you, couldn't cap to him. Homie spotted me like 700, brought 1100 right back to him. If I can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Oh. Whoops.
I've just done a whole introduction
Whoops.
with no sound.
We were talking away. You want to go back through all that again?
All right.
We're a little bit under the pump tonight. We're not quite prepared as we would normally be. Now, Tyler did graduate. So Tyler just graduated from his diploma of
software development.
Wearing his pretty little hat there.
Mortarboard.
Is that what it's called, is it?
Yeah.
I never had one of those, yeah. Sorry about that poor arrival of our start of our show. Well, but we did just shout out to everyone that was in the chat.
All right, I'll do it again. G'day, Paulie, Johnny Skid Pig, Zig, Ryan from High Octane, Jamie, Annabelle, Lynn, Paulie again, Trevor Smith, how you going? Dave H, Sally H, Matthew Crick, King of Toe Crew. You from the King of Toe Crew?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Stephen Jackson, Scott Sherrington. I thought he was going to miss out, but they postponed his shift. There you go. You're in.
Perfect. Nate's Chop Shop.
Nate's Chop Shop. Chris Young, the dogs chewed the wires.
Yes. So it's been a big day.
And,
so obviously
we've got Cheyenne as well.
Cheyenne, hey, how you going? Well done,
Thank you.
Tyler. So so now diploma of software development.
Full-time job next year.
Yeah. If anyone's looking for a software developer, there you go. But well done, good work graduating. And what else we done? A bit of craft last weekend actually.
I didn't.
You didn't. Sally and I thought we'd do a bit of craft, and we created the Christmas tree. So what do you think of the Christmas tree? That's the best Christmas tree I think we've had so far. So the Christmas tree is up. And hopefully not going to get red lights on takeoff. But yeah, a bit of craft work, bit of couple of bits of timber and a bit of dowel and whack that together. It was that was pretty good.
Got a couple more. We got Leeches in the chat. Will,
hey.
Graps, thank you very much. Nice hat. I had to take it off. It was annoying me.
The tassels.
Yeah. Glenn Dicker, evening. How you going? Johnny Skid Pig loves the Christmas tree.
Yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool. Turned out well. So, all right. Well, we'll let's talk about. Well, before we jump into the show, let's talk about our sponsors. But grab a drink, have a drink with us. Let's talk some car news. Let's
I can do what Dave normally does.
What make noises? Like
my lital lemon lime.
I heard someone say they count how many I'm having by the noises as I'm
going to ruin their count now.
But yeah, let's mention our sponsors of the live show. Superformance do sponsor the live show, and they help us make this happen. So they did give us some funding to go towards equipment to bring the quality of our bits and pieces that we bring each week. Actually, we were able to get GoPros and all sorts of stuff thanks to that, weren't we? So that was. They supported us greatly, and
they do some awesome work there too.
They do.
A lot of work.
They do a lot of work. It's a massive shop.
I still haven't seen it. I need to get out there.
Got to get out there. It's really cool. So they do a lot. You just watch the show on Sunday.
Yeah,
watch it. So you'll see what's going on. Watch Four Builds.
Ryan's Down Under Workshop Wars.
Yeah, definitely.
7 mate, right?
Well, if you're chasing any parts, give them a call. See if they can help you out. So
a lot of parts from the States.
Yeah, definitely. Hard to find stuff. They're gonna be the ones to get it for you.
Yeah.
So, or any work that you're looking to get done as well. If you're in that area, then definitely one to talk to.
A couple more comments quickly. Paulie said best tree ever. Scott congratulated me. Thank you very much. Yahtzee finally managed to catch an episode. Oh, awesome!
Good to see you here.
Welcome.
It's what do we call the episode? EV or not to EV?
Yeah.
So that's you threw that out there because of the conversation with Ben McRae from High Octane on the weekend about all our electric vehicle stories, but we sort of get stuck with them because that's what's in the news.
And yeah, we do.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it is going to happen eventually. So, maybe at least hybrids.
Yeah,
and hybrids are cool.
Let's find some next week challenge. Let's find some electric vehicle burnouts.
There we go. All right, we'll have a look.
We'll see what we can do.
We've got a couple comments here. Scott said, love the tree, just don't hang any red lights on it. Keevers, how you going? And Yahtzee said, damn, no RB stuff in the performance store. Oh, no.
No, maybe not. But they'll build stuff. They've got lots of engines there happening. Anyway, let's jump to our first story.
Hang on. We talked about where we were.
Oh, we'll go back. Hang on. No, don't look at that.
Where were we?
Where were we?
Morning Mayhem.
Morning Mayhem was where we were. Mm-hmm. We went out, chucked some laps, laps on the track. We took the VE, Ute out, did some laps out there.
Spent a lot of time with Greg in the Centura.
Yeah, you went out in the supercharged Centura.
Mm-hmm.
I went out in the VE, and Greg took you for some laps. Yeah.
Handed out a fair few chops in the Centura.
I think I got handed a few chops.
Yeah, it's on video.
I got handed a couple of chops. And look, we also had our mate Mal out there.
Yeah,
and we've
Dad's 67, but he didn't have Dad's 67. He had the new one out there. So.
Yeah, we've had Mal on the show before with the 67 Merc with the LS swap. That's in the shop at the moment, but he's out there with his daily, his AMG, and
loads of fun.
Yeah, and he may have chopped us. May have a 450 horsepower VE that gets chopped by a stock standard AMG hatchback A45.
But it was fun. We had a lot of fun.
We had a ball. He had fun. Everyone else was out there having fun. It was a great day. And they got
four next year.
So
put them in the calendar.
I think they've already got their events already up.
Yeah.
So
and
they possibly already
get a hot brekkie.
Are they in our calendar yet? We'll put them up in our website.
And you get a hot brekkie as well. So.
Yep, full big breakfast at the end of it. So there you go. There's a comment from the lads there. Thanks for coming along. Great to see us out there. We had a great day. Great day, and it's nice and early. You get out there early. It's a bit like, I've got to get up so early, but to get out the track. But once you're out there and then it's over and you're done, you've still got some day left.
Oh, you got plenty of day left.
It was good. It was really good. So.
And Yahtzee said lots of T400 parts, so that's handy to keep in mind. I'm sure they've built a fair few of them. And that's right. So.
Yes, definitely they did.
And Paulie said those A45s are so quick. They certainly are.
Yeah, the gear changes. Yeah,
right?
He was just banging through those gears. And
it's the same as the Golfs. There were so many Golfs out there, and they were just handing out chops everywhere.
Yes, yeah. Right, you were handing chops out everywhere in the
Centura, except for the Golfs. We just couldn't get the Golfs. They just got us every time.
Although I did
until we got to roll into we rolled out in first gear, then we
except for the Golf that ended up on the infield broken.
Yeah, a couple of bits of metal coming out everywhere, and the Evo as well. That's sad days.
Yeah, Evo blew a tail shaft. So there you go. They'll have the events up before Christmas. Well worth checking out. We'll put them up on our events page as well, and get in early because that one sold out.
Yeah.
So you can't muck around. They are popular, and especially only been 4 next year and planned out. It's no time to muck around.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get out there and have some fun. We'll definitely be out there filming. We'll be out there to enjoy those events.
Got a comment. Paulie said, thankfully they lose their value at a scary rate, so they're going to be very affordable. They certainly are, actually. They're pretty good on the second-hand market for someone looking to pick up a pretty quick daily driver.
I looked at them a while back, but it was still like 65k when I was
There's
looking
a
at
few up there for like 35, 40 grand.
I might have been looking 10 years. That was a while back though that I was looking.
True.
So, I got no money to buy one anyway.
Yahtzee
so
said,
just dreaming.
Missed that high octane day. Unfortunately, a slipping/burnt clutch is preventing me from doing any track stuff for a bit. It's no good, but
you got next year. 4 days. You got plenty of time to get there. So,
and Ryan said, we'll have them up before Christmas for the events. There you go. So.
And a happy graduation from Craig.
Thank you. Got the
thanks, brother.
You missed the hat. I get the hat here.
There you go.
In the background.
You didn't throw it up at the end though tonight.
No. They did set off a bunch of confetti things that I wasn't prepared for.
Fair enough. All right, first story, because this is all over the news this week. Now, we've talked about Holden on previous months about the sales, where they're going with sales and stuff with Holden. We've talked about how they've tanked dramatically. Massively. And that's Holden sales, not Commodore sales. This is a story about Commodore, of course. And you probably have to be under a rock not to have seen this one, but maybe you haven't. And but we'd love to hear what you think. around this, but it is the end of an era.
I think the biggest problem was they called it the Commodore, and it's an insignia.
The Opal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they brought it over as a Holden insignia. They should have dropped the name when the VFs ended, and that was it. And they should have just left it there.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who absolutely
loved
what Commodore
Ford did.
was.
Ford said that they didn't try and bring the Mustang over and call it, or they probably did all right with the Mustang, but because it was a V8. But yeah, that's what it is. It's that's the story. It's about the Commodores, the end of the era, the end of the Commodores started with the VB Commodore back in the day. I owned I've owned a VK Commodore, a VN Commodore, and a VE Commodore.
42 years. Closes out a 42-year run. Peaking at 94,642 sales in 1998.
Yes, there you go. It was massive. They did some massive numbers. The VT did extremely well. It was around the VT was at the same time as the AU Falcon, and
the best car in history.
Well, the AU Falcon really struggled to sell because of the VT Commodore. Did so exceptionally well. So it was the AU killer, really. And there's been some great cars over the years, and except for the last year where they tried to do it with that one, right?
Yeah,
it just didn't work.
Years.
Yeah, so
they've also killed off the Astra, right? So the Astra's gone too.
Oh, the Astra's gone too. Okay, there's more to it. All right, so Astra's gone, Commodore's gone, but I don't think anyone's too upset about the end of the Astra.
No, probably
not. I think everyone had already said it was already the end of the Commodore when they brought the Opal over anyway, right?
Yeah.
The Opal, surprisingly, for the price and the features you get, is actually a surprisingly good car. It just didn't have the hearts of the Aussie fans.
And it was a front-wheel drive.
Yeah. And there was no V8. Yeah, so there was a lot of issues there. There's a few people saying sad days.
Got a couple of comments. Mad Kiwi said, "What did you become, Tyler? PhD? I wish I had a PhD. I just got a diploma in software development and a full-time job, which is good." So, Stephen Jackson said he agrees. I'm assuming that's what I was saying about the Commodore name.
We'd be glad to have that full-time job, mate. Tyler's been surviving on $100 a week, 1 day a week paid work.
Yeah.
The rest of the time is internship and study and
video editing.
Yeah. So, yeah, there you go. So it'd be a big difference to have a full-time paid job.
Johnny said, "As far as I'm concerned, the Commodore died after the VF."
Yeah.
Lynn said, "Sad day, no more Commodores." Scott said, "Do we have to rub more salt in the wounds of us Holden tragics?"
Well, I think we do, because it's sort of there's a lot there, and there's a lot of stories out there. There's stories about goodbye to the Commodores. There's stories about why the Commodore's days were numbered. Did you read it through all those?
I haven't. No.
Oh, you haven't. Oh,
I was just going to finish up with the comments that we got.
Okay, you do that.
Murphy Boy said, "Sorry I'm late, everyone. Just trying to upload episode 7. There you go.
A new episode coming out for.
He said, "Double sorry to Tyler. Didn't mean to bug you during your graduation. You're all good. I was just letting you know that's why I was replying on my watch. And it was really slow and probably really weird English." Chris said, "If you don't mind, couple of years old, half price and less than new for the Mercs." He said about 40 to 50 grand to get a beast here in the UK at the moment.
Well,
Paulie said, "I think the VE was last Commodore. I still think the VF wasn't as good a car for its time. The VE to me seemed more a Commodore."
The VE was the highest selling Commodore ever. I don't know, the VF GDS, I wouldn't mind one. Not too bad, but
Mad Kiwi said, "Go the Vauxhall." That's the Astra.
Yeah. Yes.
He said, "I still think our biggest loss was the Utes, and I don't think we'll ever have another true healer hauler."
No, but I might have some news on that coming up.
And Glenn said, "You think the Commodore would have done better if they have come out with a V8? Possibly, and rear-wheel drive, I think, is just another big one." G'day, Paige. How you going?
So, the story on caradvice.com says, to be fair to Holden and the imported Commodore, there's nothing wrong with the vehicle itself. It had more technology than any Commodore before it and was far more fuel efficient. But die-hard fans mourned the loss of the V8, and fleets and family car buyers had already moved to SUVs. So he lost all those sales. Look how many government vehicles and police vehicles, all that were all Commodore, and they'd moved on. So, and there was also a touch of arrogance from Holden at the introduction of the imported Commodore in 2017 that didn't help. So it's very true. They dismissed the Toyota Camry as a rival and thought that that wasn't anything to be worried about, and it was. So it's a funny thing. There you go. You got a delivery tower. So look at that.
Absolutely.
Delivered to the door. There's dinner because as we said, we were a bit rushed. Well, we're going to share dinner with you tonight.
But we've got a couple more comments. We've got a lot more comments actually. We've got to catch up really quick. This is a very chatty story.
It is. I think it is a big story.
G'day, Christopher Hodgkinson. There you go. He said he's definitely not going to get rid of his VR Club Sport now.
Wow. There's also, I saw some stories today saying, is it going to create an increase in the price of Commodores? And it may over time, definitely.
Scott said, I've owned a VC, a VH, he still owns that.
Oh, nice.
A VN, a VQ, HSV, and a VT. Said he hopes to buy a VF soon. There you go.
Yep.
Danjo said he's owned a VC253, VL times 3, VR times 2, and a VT. He loves his Holdens, but he'll never buy a new Holden, just can't forgive him.
Yeah. Motoring.com.au says, the car they foisted the Commodore badge upon was doomed from the start. Not that it was a bad car. It's far from that. It simply wasn't a Commodore. And the weight of that badge meant that it was both unlikely to satisfy the faithful and at the same time not attract new buyers to the fold. It should have had a different name. So that's exactly what you said. So, and that's right. They just failed to recognise that it was never going to live up to being what the Commodore was.
Yeah, we got a fair few more comments.
Keep coming.
Catch up on these. Kiva said, looks like the Holden prices of the older ones will go up. Scott said, shit, I forgot the VK Calais.
Oh, had a VK Calais as well. Nice.
Mafia Boys said VT 1998 was the peak of Commodore glory.
Yeah.
Chris Young, he's got a 1.8 Vauxhall Tigra, hard top, absolute bomb to drive, but worth almost nothing, so common. Zig said the name Holden should be stuck in the vault of time along with the Tucker and Packards and such.
Yeah.
Lynn said definitely keep in mind 1999 VT.
Lynn, how many cases on that VT? Not many.
Johnny said, like you guys said, if they sold those Insignia, maybe it would have sold better. Danjo said Blue Mini, by far my favourite combo.
Yes.
Mad Kiwi said no more couple of cans and a Vegemite Sani, or rooting in the back of the ute. Matthew Crick, hey mates, how you going? G'day. Scott said, I've said it before and Tyler just hinted at it. If they called it the Insignia, I reckon it would have sold well. Yahtzee said, can't wait for all the clapped out Ecotechs being sold for a massive increase in price. Should have held on to my VT.
Well, that's where else we were on the weekend. Talking about Commodores. We'll just quickly mention.
3 more comments.
All right, go.
Johnny said there were a few choice words from John Cadogan. And Nate's Chop Shop said, had plenty of VK Commodores, which still my favourite car, but building an EH Holden steel bar car.
There you go. So that's where we didn't mention on the weekend. We're also out shooting a video with the guys from Nugget Garage and a few other different shops. And that one will come up before Christmas, I would imagine. We'll have that edited up for you.
Around there.
Video about 13s for $1,300. So the guys had a budget of $1,300 to go out, buy a car, and build it to run 13 seconds on the quarter. And that's $1,300 bucks. If you use something out of your own shop or out of your own stash off another car, it was whatever the second-hand value of that is comes off your budget. So and there was a multitude of different cars, right?
Spoil any times though.
No,
shouldn't spoil any.
Don't spoil the times.
No, I don't think so.
Keep that secret. Okay.
Yeah.
Multitude of cars on there.
They were quick. They had a lot of fun.
There was a
And
V6 Commodore.
And I think we've been thinking about doing it next year, right?
Yeah, V6 Commodore, a couple of BA Falcons,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of Magnus.
Mm.
There was a VR, wasn't it?
There
A
was.
VR SS that came in to that budget. So
No, that was the... What's it? Yeah. No, the VR...
Yeah.
The VR was Maddie's, wasn't it?
or maybe
He had a VT...
VTSS, was it?
think so.
VTSS. You're right. It was a VTSS. So keep an eye out for that one coming up. I think you'll love it. Maybe I'm thinking we could maybe make next year's 13th for 1300 a bigger event and get some viewers involved and see who else wants to come and have a crack at it and build something, because it's just a great fun event.
Just a lot of fun.
Maybe
And
we'll
something
make it
super
bigger.
cheap.
Hire out the track and make it a big event. Who knows? Something we can talk about for next year. But I guess the other thing on the Holden Commodores.
We have a couple of numbers, actually. I was going to mention the numbers. Holden by the numbers.
Okay, go.
Holden Commodores, 94,642. That was the peak sales in 1998. 6,000. Approximately how many Commodores will be sold in 2019? A pretty far cry from that old number.
From 94,000 to 6,000.
Yeah. 1978 was the year the first Holden Commodore rolled off the production line.
VB, yep.
Had 2.4 million is approximately how many Commodores were made locally from 1978 to 2017. 2020, the end of the line for the Commodore nameplate in Australia, and 42, the number of years the Commodore will have been sold in Australia when it reaches the end of its run.
42.
Longer than the Holden Kingswood.
That's massive. 42 years. Definitely massive. So, Scott says, can't see the Ecotech ever being worth the money. We'll wait and see what the Ecotech does on the drag track with $1,300. That's including the cost of the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, to do a small spoiler, I think there was only $700 spent on the Ecotech in total, including the cost of the car.
Yeah.
Right, we'll wait and see. But here we go. Yeah, a few people like to have a go at 13 to 1300. Yeah, it's good fun. So maybe we come up with something for next year and make it bigger. But yeah, it is. I think that's the biggest story that we'll see in news across the next month. But dog stealing your hat.
This is not my dog. It'll be in pieces already.
But the other thing around the Commodores, so there's a second part to it, is they obviously sponsor the supercars. Not sponsor, sorry.
They're in the supercars.
They're in the supercars, right?
The new one. Is there one? The new one's in there, right? The ZB?
Yep, the ZB. And they've got a commitment to Red Bull right through to the end of the 2021 season. So it makes it very difficult if you don't have a car.
Yeah. What are they going to race? The Corvette?
Well, that'd be nice. I did try and find a picture of a Red Bull Corvette to put in there. But the thing about this is that they are committed through, and Dale would have had, and Triple Eight would have had such an ironclad contract that it will cost Holden more to get out of the last 2 years of the contract now than to actually run through it. Right? Yeah. So, regardless that they don't have a Commodore on the market. But the thing, I guess, also is that it furthers the point around supercars now being such a different event that it's not something that you can rely on seeing what races and then go buy it the following week. They're so far from it that now the cars aren't even a car.
I actually saw someone comment on one that was like, I think Supercars shared something about the Bathurst 12 hour.
Yep.
And the guy commented and said, at least I can go and buy one of these after the race.
Yeah.
If you got the money, obviously. But
yeah. It's interesting, right? It's interesting. So, I've got a dog that wants to eat my chips, but not sharing my dinner. But yeah, racing into 2020 and beyond is still a possibility, with Holden open to remaining involved post Commodore. So, what that means, I don't know. So, it's up for conjecture.
Hmm.
So, what's your thoughts around the supercars?
All right. Got a couple comments.
What do you got?
We have plenty of people saying they want to jump on the 13 to 1300, as you mentioned.
Okay, so maybe that's something we need to look into.
Mm-hmm.
People are interested.
Scott said, I always wanted a VL Calais Turbo, maybe one day.
Wouldn't mind one myself.
Benson Hedges said, do a territory for one. They're nuts boosted.
Yeah, if we can get one, if you could get one cheap enough. Yeah, definitely.
Mad Kiwi said he'd lick. I'm assuming might mean like a 3.2 Isuzu V6 in his old 90 extra cab Isuzu Ute. Johnny said he'd love to have a go at the 13 to 1300. Scott Sherrington said Holden by numbers, just like colour by numbers, just with less numbers now. Paulie, one of his friends, has a 700 horsepower Ecotec in a VT wagon.
Really?
There you go.
700 horsepower. Not bad.
Mad Kiwi said a bloke over in NZ is selling his V8 WB Ute for $7,000.
There you go. That's all right.
Got a
Sauce
bit of a
everywhere.
mess, you do.
Man, this messy burger.
Custom Dream Industries. It's Rob. Is it Rob? Rob's Mechanical.
Eating a napkin. This is
Custom
difficult.
Dream Industries. That's Rob's Mechanical, right?
I think it is.
He's
Ask Rob.
said still working, but just a quick hello. There you go.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
He has a lot on. If that's Rob. He's got a lot on because he's getting prepped for Summer Nats, and he's got heaps of custom cars and stuff there as well. So he's got heaps.
Zig said they coloured outside the lines.
On which one?
The Commodore.
Yeah.
The coloured by numbers.
Yes.
Kivas, I think they would be racing the Camaros when they stop using the Holden, probably due to the restrictions behind being able to race the Corvettes. It's mid-engined and there'd have to be a lot of changes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Mafia Boys said by 2021 we'll end up becoming V8 Super NASCAR where we only turn to left. Works for 98% of the GC600 circuit.
That's true. But I think I'd be more interested in the NASCAR these days. It's getting a bit more along those lines that we'd probably move across to it. But all right, will we move off the Commodores?
Mm-hmm.
Will we risk moving off the Commodore story? Is there more that you want to say, or are we?
Chris said I would love a Ute in the UK pickups as we call them. Just look boring. Mad Kiwi said the old Sierra P100 weren't too bad. Scott said what that means, Dave, is that they're about to bone the Commodore.
Yeah.
Danjaz said backing Holden completely gone in 12 months. Chris Young says wonder what would cost for the importing.
I don't know.
He said only one look half good is a Ford F-150 here, and they are pretty boring now.
Wow.
And Paulie said the best thing about Mate's wagon is it doesn't look like anything from the outside. It looks like a $500 VT wagon. And it is Rob. He said you know it. And Johnny said, did we get the package? Not yet.
Sorry, I got a mouthful of food now. No, I'd be opening it.
That's true.
I would have told you.
No,
Aussie Snail Mail, Australia Post Snail Mail's let us down. It's not here yet, man. So, it'll probably turn up tomorrow or the next day or Sunday, and we'll have to wait till next week to open it. We'll have to sit there and look at the box and wait till the next show. So, but...
Chris Nugget Garage. He said, bugger, missed it. Can we just go through that again? Thanks.
Nah, we had to do that already once. All right. So talking about the EV or not the EV, I thought we had the EV.
Yeah, we always do. It's always there, isn't it?
We had the EV. So I thought, how do we segue out of a story about Holden Commodores into EV? The best I could come up with was BMW powered by Aussie Lithium.
There you go.
So,
but it's going to be sourced via a Chinese company.
Yes, that's true, right? So we're going to use Aussie Lithium to power the BMW, but they're going to buy that Australian lithium from China. because where else would all our resources
we've
be?
exported it, and now we've got to buy it back at a higher price, probably.
Yes, that's correct. But it's going to Germany, I guess, for BMW. So Germany will buy the Australian lithium from China because we probably don't have any of our own lithium. But it's a big deal, right? This it's worth $875 million. This deal to secure the West Australian lithium via the Chinese firm Ganfeng Lithium. So Ganfeng Lithium. So the projected order volume totals 550 million euros. BMW's board member for purchasing, Dr. Andreas Wendt, apparently said, in this way, the BMW Group is securing 100% of its lithium hydroxide needs for the 5th generation battery cells in its high voltage batteries. So, it's an interesting looking car. So I wanted to throw it in. It doesn't look too bad. The other shots of the car, it's like got a full glass roof. It's
yeah, I like the idea of the EVs looking something different to a normal car. So
yeah.
Yeah.
They aim to have 25 electrified models in their lineup by 2023, BMW.
There you go. That's crazy. But does that mean electrified as in full electric?
Sorry,
or electrified as in hybrid?
No, sorry. They aim to have 20... Yeah, that's right. More than half will be fully electric. That's right. Yeah. So the need for raw materials will continue to grow accordingly. By 2025 for lithium alone, they expect to need about 7 times the amount that they need today.
Wow. There you go.
It's a bloody lot of money into that. So at what point do we end up running out of lithium?
Yeah, I have no idea. And it's also been a big year for that Chinese company as they've signed a 10-year supply deal with Volkswagen.
As well.
Yeah. With the actual Volkswagen group, not just Volkswagen. So.
Imagine if we had kept a hold of all our own litithum and not sent it to China.
Imagine how much money it would be in
we'd be making a hell of a lot more than what
Australian
we're making
economy.
selling it to China, I bet. Because they're making money on it. I bet that drives some comments. What do we got?
We have a fair few, actually. Let me go back up.
Burger's going all right.
Benson Hedges said, we're getting so many of those massive Fords here now in Australia, they take up the whole road. They do. It's crazy. There's one guy getting around with like a Bronco or something. Like the Chevy. Is it the Chevy? I don't know. It's a massive...
Silverado?
No, not the Silverado. It's like an old school one.
Oh.
And it's massive. He gets around with that and like you pull up next to him and you've got to like go into the next lane because you can't.
Can't fit.
Yeah. Chris Young loves NASCAR. Yahtzee said, whatever happened to the Holden V Sandman that they introduced at the V8 supercars? Well, they canned the V6 motor in that, so...
Nugget Garrett says it's a live feed of a live feed.
Yeah.
It is. We're having dinner with you. Apparently you ate first.
Rob said, stop eating, can't get a feed till this job's done.
Making you hungry, mate.
Paulie said, V8 supercars has been dead to me for a long time. I really miss the old touring cars. I'd love to see a more sports touring car or production car. Certainly. I wish that Nissan dropped the GTR. Probably don't want to. Johnny said it'll be at the shop. It hasn't gone into there yet, the package, I don't think so.
No, it hasn't turned up yet, no. No, we get the mail from there every day.
Zig said our NASCAR would circulate right like our Dunnies and then go straight down it.
Go the wrong way round. That's awesome.
Keep going down. Johnny said, a feed of the boys giving themselves a feed in the new feed.
That's what happens when you run out of time.
Marv said, I'll have China supply me Alibaba for the win. That's where we buy all of our batteries and stuff.
I reckon
for work, actually.
I've been looking, because Chris is there watching at the moment. Mate, I've been looking around to find a project on a electric go-kart. But I haven't found anything that could challenge yet, that would be able to make quick enough. I've got to do some more research into it, but I thought, how good would it be we get an electric go-kart and we run it up against the turbo Nugkart. Was it Nugkart? Nugkart?
I think it's a Nugkart.
Nugkart? Yeah, I didn't use chopsticks for my burger. Says Jamie. Yeah, what do you reckon, Chris? We should find an electric go-kart to race it. So, yeah. All right. That's our EV story, right? I think did we just get away with one EV story this week?
I have no idea.
You don't know because you were at a graduation thing. You've got no idea.
Yeah.
What's on? But I'll tell you what the next story is. It's about a ute. Does that interest you?
It does. It's because it's not just any ute.
It's the Shelby. The Shelby
V8 Super Ute concept.
Yeah.
Putting it into production. 574 kilowatts of power in this thing.
Yeah, so big powered V8 Super Ute. This was a concept car. You mentioned that, right?
Mm-hmm. Now it's production.
They're saying it's now going to be on its way to work sites. US Tuner has just the thing for you if you're after one of these. Tradies with a serious need for speed can celebrate today because Shelby has announced it is putting a 574 kilowatt Super Ute into production. Shelby's F-150 Super Snake Sport will go on sale in 2020 due to immense public interest that was aroused by the SEMA concept car. It's built by Shelby America, has claimed power output to 574 kilowatts, 770 horsepower that is. It's enough power to hurdle the ute from 0 to 60, or 0 to 97 kilometres, that's 60 mile an hour, so 97 kilometres an hour, in 3.45 seconds. So, yeah, not a bad time. It's a 5 litre V8 under the bonnet, and uses a supercharger to get that sort of power. There is a cheaper NA version that'll be about 395 horsepower, but there's no real performance specs out on that yet. So it has been designed with a lot of handling in mind. It's got all adjustable suspension. It's supposed to be able to hold to the road, right? It's lower, more aggressive stance.
Yeah.
So it's a bit lower, a bit more like our traditional ute. Even the tonneau cover on the back of it's actually designed to generate downforce. So yeah, it should handle well on the bitumen, but I don't know what it'll be like off-road. Probably unlikely. It's got 22-inch wheels on it, so that may not be too good for off-road. But they redesigned the whole front end of the car to get more air into it as well. So it's got a heap of different vents and stuff trying to push the air in. Carbon fibre intake. Yeah, what else? It's, I think it's got a stainless steel exhaust.
There you go.
Yeah, so have a nice note as well. I don't know what size the exhaust is though, but it looks pretty good. It's going to be around $126,000 Australian before taxes.
And who knows if it's actually going to come to Australia, right? So.
For 10 grand more, you fall into the realm of the supercharged engine, though, with nearly double the horsepower.
There you go.
So around 136,000 Australian will get you the supercharged monster, plus the luxury car tax on that. So we'll wait and see.
Pretty serious super ute.
It'll be revealed at the Barrett Jackson Collector Car Auction next month. What do you reckon of that one, guys?
Let's have a look at these comments quickly. Let me scroll up. Mafia Boys said, hang on, that's to Nugget. Yahtzee said, Alibaba sponsored project. How many runs can it get down the quarter? Bruce said, we've looked into this. It's very expensive.
The electric go-kart?
I'm guessing so. He said it's called Gary. No cart, in brackets.
Yep.
Johnny Skidpig said, you supply the motor, I'll supply the go-kart.
I'd rather supply the go-kart. It's cheaper.
Have a look.
What else you got? Nothing?
Yeah,
Caught up?
Yahtzee said 0 to 97, doesn't it make it to 100?
No, because that's 60 mile an hour is 97.
Yeah. Scott Cherrington said, that's way fast for a big lump like that. It is. And 0 to 160k an hour in 8 seconds or something, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We're on to the next
Nugget
story.
said the Commodore problem has wrong converter. NOS will fix it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen that.
Have a look. And that's
Dinner's
it, I
done.
think. That's it.
Caught up?
Side view of the Super Ute. We don't have one, do we?
No, I didn't have a side view. Did you have another picture before? I saw you come up with another picture. I didn't have that one.
Down.
No, I haven't got that.
Benson said, I'll buy it here if it isn't 150k. Probably will be by the time you import it, luxury car tax, whatever else.
That story you got.
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring up the picture off there? Give them a quick look. Because I don't have that.
There we go.
Let's have a look. There you go. There's the side view.
Glenn Dicker said he owns a Shelby GTH with 503.5 kilowatts at the wheels. Loves it. Hate to pay for fuel in the Ute.
Okay.
Jamie said he's enjoyed watching the Iron Lion build.
It's really good. Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to watch it. There you go. There's a full side-on view there. Scott said, yep, just Googled it. 60 is 96.56 kilometres per hour. So that's why some websites are going 96 and others go 70, 76, 97. Danjo said, thumbs up for the Shelby. America does it right for muscle every time. Mad Kiwi said, you guys going to invest in steel seats and table? I like a little white IKEA table. So.
This is a whole, Sally's dining table.
Yahtzee said, I understand there is a couple of tradies out there, but wouldn't you be worried to hurt the thing and never leave the garage? Probably, yeah.
At that price, yes.
And Paulie
but
said
the tradies use drive them to lose. And
Paulie said that thing will be north of 200k in Australia. We were selling F-150 Raptors for near 200k.
Yeah. Well, if it gets to that price, then, nobody's going to want to put it on a work site.
And Marv said, binge on the Iron Line, Tyler. You won't regret it. I need to catch up on all my YouTube stuff. I'm so far behind on everything. I haven't even watched any new Mighty Car Mods lately.
Yeah. Got to get onto it, mate.
I'm normally going to you. Hey, have you watched the new Mighty Car Mods? I can talk to you about it.
I know, yeah.
See you later, Rob. Rob's out.
All right, mate. Go do that work. Get ready. We will be getting ready for Summer Nats. Unfortunately, we won't make Summer Nats now. So it's unfortunate, but we'll make sure that we get out to Rocky Nuts next year. All right, next story. Pure BMW performance. Now, you're going to tell me you don't know much about this, but you sent me this story. So you should know all about it.
I just click on them and send them.
You're meant to read them.
I just go... I close the tabs as I send them too.
Because I think, Tyler must know all about this. He must be right into this story. And then I find out you've not read any of this stuff.
Well, the full-on BMW M cars aren't alone in getting a pure variant.
Now, pure variant means the M series is... They have cars badged as pure, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
In the Beamers.
So you've got the M550i, which comes out in pure, which packs a 4.4 litre twin-turbo V8, making 390 kilowatts and 750 newton meters of torque. So
pure's their top-of-the-line performance.
But it undercuts the fully spec'd M550i X-Drive by $15,000.
You're right.
Through the exclusion of equipment such as active anti-roll bars, rear-wheel steering, laser lights, and soft-closed doors. So you get a $15,000 decrease in price, but you get a bit more performance out of it. So
okay. Apparently, they've had a lot of interest in the Pure, not just from the customers, but from the dealerships.
Yeah.
They're saying it's a very positive response to it. We've got such a performance-loving market at the moment, and they want to cater to that market. So, as well as customer demand and feedback, something that people like Holden could learn from customer demand and feedback. But they didn't confirm which BMW models are next in line for the Pure treatment, but they are evaluating it right now.
Yeah.
So there'll be more details come out early 2020 about what's going to happen. BMW won't be the only brand to offer the Pure models, these performance-orientated models. Mini is also debuting the badge on the Clubman John Cooper Works. It's a Pure model that they're bringing out in that one. And it's just under 60,000 on road for that one. The JCW Pure is $5,000 cheaper than the JCW Exclusive, but packs the same 225 kilowatt powertrain.
Mm-hmm.
So they may also offer a pure variant of the Countryman, so which is like the mini SUV. I'm not a fan of that, but
neither am I. It's not mini.
Yeah, but
it goes against the mini. So they should call it the Nazi.
Yeah, because it's too big. That's true.
Mad Kiwi said diamonds are forever. They certainly are. Paulie said Subaru forever.
We got a Mitsubishi story coming up.
Not an exciting one for me, anyways.
It's not.
Not doesn't personally. So. Marv said the Z4 already has a pure variant. It's called the Supra.
Yes.
Scott said the Mini is a Beamer. And Johnny said those cruisers are popular because they're V8 and turbocharged and illegal for P-platers.
There you go. What was that one I had at the track on Sunday?
M3, I think.
That was an M3? Yeah, he chopped me. That thing went all right.
Yeah, they do. Very nice.
Little young Asian guy in there, and what are they? They're twin turbo.
I'm not sure. Paulie will know.
Are they a twin turbo 4-litre V8?
I think so. Yeah.
Flicking your noodles on me now, mate. It's a bit harsh. Don't choke. All right, move on. Next story. Now we did a story last week about Nissan, and Nissan having a bit of a rough trot. Right, because they've got money woes, and they were going to shut down for 2 days and put all their workers off basically for 2 days. And I forget how much that was going to save them. So it was
a couple of million.
Yeah, it was $4 million or something they would save by shutting for the factory for 2 days. Well, I think they may need to shut for a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, they've just been fined.
Yes.
By the stock market watchdog, they're recommending a US $22 million fine for Nissan.
So they do need to definitely have a few more closed days to be able to make that money up. $22 million.
Paulie said the current M3 is a twin turbo 6.
Oh, there you go.
So, depending on what year he was, I'm not 100% sure what he has in it. So.
No, but it went quick. So this record fine is heading to Nissan, $22 million US. So it's a lot more here. And now this was for not, I think, not disclosing the wage. Is it of the CEO?
Yes. Yeah, in the stock market declaration or something.
Yeah. Let's see if I got it right. Watchdog recommended, 2.4 billion yen fine for the underreporting of the scale of Carlos Ghosn's pay packet. So they said it was less than what it really was. So they've told the shareholders they're paying him this much, but they're really paying him this much. So he's also now been removed from his chairmanship from the board. So yeah, it's I think one of the biggest fines that they've ever dished out there, right? So the record fine for Nissan, which clocked up, they got around 11.6 trillion yen in sales last year. It ranks behind only Toshiba Corp in history. So
SESC fines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes on the back of Nissan and Ghosn being fined US $16 million for the same reason by US Securities and Exchange Commission in September. And Ghosn, who has been in and out of solitary confinement after being arrested a year ago on allegations of understating his salary package by 9.1 billion yen over a decade, continues to proclaim his innocence. He is even suing Nissan and Mitsubishi for US $15 million over the scandal.
He just wants some more money.
Yeah.
Man, he is not... I don't think he needs it. He should just move on. He should definitely just move on. But interesting that, there's such a big fine, and it's particularly while they're struggling at the moment.
Well, combined with its Renault-Mitsubishi alliance partners, Nissan sold 10,756,875 cars last year.
That's a
to
couple
rank
more
as
than
the
the 6,000 Commodores.
third largest car making partnership in the world, behind only Toyota and the Volkswagen Group.
Yeah, and 9. Was it? That was it. What was it? 10,756,875 cars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! So that was 10,750,875 more than Commodore sold. So now you also mentioned there that there is a partnership or alliance between Renault and Mitsubishi and Nissan.
Yeah, so you got Mitsubishi.
Yeah, so that comes to my next story.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump to the next slide. Where'd it go? There it is. There you go. There's my next slide. It's all about the Mitsubishi Patrol. Is that right?
I guess so. We've got a couple of comments there quickly.
All right.
Marv said he's disturbed by the lack of Hyundai stories this week. What gives? And then he said, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I don't want to be lynched.
We need Hyundai EV.
Yahtzee said, wanting the mum's guide to an i30.
Any more?
Mad Kiwi said he sold his 320 when a Vectra 1.9 diesel blasted him. Marv said i30N fastback, actually.
There was an i30N fastback out at the track on Sunday. There was also two i30Ns. They go right. Not bad little cars. Run around the streets all day, hit N mode and jump out on the track.
Yeah.
That's the N models, that is. Maybe not just the normal.
Yahtzee said,
I wouldn't go the normal i30.
Yahtzee said, I guess for when you want to look like a Stinger but burn fuel like a Hyundai. Looks like you can keep a couple of hockey sticks in the back though.
There was also a Stinger out there too, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was going alright too.
He handed out a few chops. Marv said, same with his Veloster. He can fit a 65-inch TV in the box in the back. There you go.
Oh, that's alright. Well, can't even fit one in the MUX with the seat down.
Dan Jazz said, Mad Kiwi sat in his S14 at the lights in the left lane. Golf diesel starts, then chops me. Parked up the S14 for 3 years now. That's alright. At least you guys aren't getting chopped by a dude delivering Uber Eats on a scooter.
Yes, that was funny. Yes, Tyler lined up behind the Uber guy on a scooter, and he passed Tyler and chopped him. That was funny.
Yeah, not only did he pass me, he was car length.
He couldn't keep up to him. So the Mitsubishi Patrol. There's a bit of a story on this because of the alliance. So apparently the iconic Pajero could be reborn thanks to the platform sharing in this alliance with Nissan and Renault. The brand's local arm have told Cars Guide the alliance will determine whether there is other platforms to be shared. But the old Mitsubishi Pajero has been a bit of an icon in Australia for quite some time, but sales in this have been slowing. So it's slowly been axed from the markets out of UK and Japan, and global decisions have now placed it on shaky ground in Australia. The local Mitsubishi Australia have not said there is any immediate plans to remove the old rugged off-roader from sale here, but we'll see where it moves them to. They're just saying we're just focused on selling what we've got. So they've been fairly consistent in what they've sold, but they said the head office hasn't told them anything else, and they just keep doing what they do. While the Pajero is safe in Australia for now, the bell will eventually toll for the brand's ageing off-roader. It hasn't been replaced since 2006. But while the current generation is unlikely to be updated, Mitsubishi is open to platform sharing across its alliance partners and specifically Nissan to breathe new life into the nameplate. They say, I can't divulge what our product plan is going forward. They wish they could. You never know what the alliance could bring. That's the beauty of product and platform sharing with the alliance. You just don't know. It's always got to be based on a business case. Can we come up with a business case in the end to justify it? The alliance will determine whether there are other platforms to be shared. So we could end up with some sort of hybrid mix of the Pajero and the Patrol. So,
definitely possible.
Yeah.
We do have a couple more comments. Let me go up. Johnny Skidpig said solitary confinement should do the same to our politicians. Benson Hedges said he was shocked when a 65 fit in the back of a Veloster at work last week. He didn't look like it would fit, but it did.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Shay said, I want to buy some merch. Do you guys have kids shirts? We can do kids shirts if you send me a message of the size and I'll sort it out.
Yeah, we're in a special order, but we can get them for you, definitely. But normal merch is on the website.
Yeah, it is.
So jump on overtakinglane.com.au for that. But for anything out of the ordinary, like kid sizes and stuff like that, anything's possible. We can still do one-offs, and we'll organise that for you. So
we had Mad Kiwi said his old boss kicked his ass in a ST 2.2 diesel Mondeo wagon. He had a 97 Fairmont.
Yes, nice.
Grant said, still cannot beat an old school V8.
I agree
with him there.
I agree.
Even though you got the new school and the old school.
Well, it's my old school V8 with a new school engine in it. It's still my old school V8.
Mad Kiwi said, Pajero are great 4x4s. You had one for a little while until you got the Prado.
Yeah. I quite like it. We've had the Prado a lot longer than we had the Pajero. So, Johnny Skidpig's agreeing. Anything old school, he's on board with Grant.
Jamie said that's how I pronounce Mitsubishi Pajero after one or two runs.
But the Pastrol.
Yahtzee said Nissan just needs to redo the GQ 4.2 Patrol. Good looking cars, good motors.
They're very popular.
Especially over in Dubai.
Where they go a bit crazy in them.
Yeah, there's a guy over there with like a GTR engine in one, I think.
Well, talking 4Bs, there was another 4B story. This is another one you sent me.
About that one.
Hey?
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Here you go. I'll fix that for you. Try now. It was your story. Yeah.
Your computer, though.
I might have forgot to give you the last couple of stories.
No. I have no more stories. I thought we were finished, the news.
No. There's still 2 stories to go.
Yeah, I don't have any of them.
Have another look. They're there now.
Yeah, they're there.
Whoops. The Gladiator.
The Jeep. It's going to be petrol only in Australia.
Hang on. No, I've got a slide. Look. Gladiator.
Oh, yeah. This is an Australian.
It's the Australian Gladiator, isn't it? No, he's a
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Isn't he? He lives in Australia.
We can't call him Australian. We got Mad Kiwi there. He'll argue. I think we claimed him because he lived in Australia and bought an Australian NRL team. But he's not Australian.
We just auctioned off his hat.
He auctioned off his hat from Gladiator.
No, from
his helmet.
it's just Sydney Rabbitohs cap that had been damaged. We sold it for $400,000 to a tech dude, tech giant.
Okay.
It was all for charity. He went and donated it to...
the bunnies are going to go alright this year. Yeah.
He went and donated it all to the Rural Fire Brigades in New South Wales.
But that's not the Gladiator. Sorry. There's the Gladiator. Is that better?
Paulie said Kiwis can have him back.
Oh, good one. There you go. There's the Gladiator. The Gladiator is a 2-door... not 2-door. It's a 4-door.
It's a funny looking 2-door.
Well, it's 2 doors on one side and 2 doors on the other. So it's a 4-door. Dual cab is the word I'm looking for.
Pickup
dual
truck
cab.
or ute.
Dual cab
only
ute.
be available in Australia with a single petrol engine.
Yeah, it's strange that they did that, right? But they're only going to go to petrol engine. That's Jeep for you.
It's got a 3.6 litre Pentastar V6 petrol engine producing 213 kilowatts and 353 newton meters of torque, which is paired to a 8-speed automatic transmission with the flappy paddles.
It has an option, not confirmed yet, the diesel option, but they've certainly said that they're not going to bring it out in Australia at this point, right?
Yeah.
Which is strange because we're a diesel-loving market in Australia, and my knowledge of the Jeeps and people that have owned Jeeps, and certainly not that model because we haven't had the dual cab Jeep Ute before, but people with Wranglers and other models in petrol say that they chew the juice like anything. So they're very expensive to run. So, Jeep believes that this is a serious rival for the Ford Ranger's Raptor, and it's going to be launched here in the second quarter of 2020.
There you go. I don't know if it's going to be a rival, to be honest. I like the Raptor. It's cool.
Yeah, it's already secured a fair part of the market,
and
right?
From everything that I hear about Jeeps, it's just
No, they say.
I don't know if I would like to go one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that I'm in the market for any of these sorts of cars, but
How are you gonna move your dog around soon?
with a $4,000 used dual cab ute, probably.
Your dog's gonna be too big to fit in anything, mate.
She's already nearly up to the table, and she's only 20 weeks old.
Thought he'd get his first dog, something just small to look after, an Irish Wolfhound.
Yeah, few
biggest dog that you can get.
Few of the viewers have met her.
But anyway, they say it does share the Wrangler DNA, but it's more like a cousin and a brother to the iconic four-wheel drive. There's no specs or pricing for the Gladiator available at the moment. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Cars Guide apparently did drive a similar one, but it was the Gladiator Rubicon, which is a spec'd up Mopar enhanced model. So, but that's what they would look like. What do you reckon? Anyone that is favourable to a Jeep?
No one in the chat looks.
No interest
there. Got a couple more comments. Zig said it's gotten to the point that all vehicle brands have the pedigree of a stray cat.
Yeah. Not much DNA left.
Hang on.
More people were interested in Russell Crowe than Jeep.
Yeah, Paulie said Jeep's a junk. Johnny said he's an Aussie till he stuffs up, then he's a Kiwi. He said one of the worst motors around. Dan Jazz said what a crapper that Jeep is. Maybe the Hellcat motor would help. The Hellcat motor would certainly help.
Yes, that would.
Paulie said Jeep/Chrysler products are atrocious. The problems with them are big and real. If the public were more aware of their problems, no one would buy them.
Yeah, massive gearbox issues. I've heard.
Scott Sherrington said an inbred cousin.
There's some funny ones tonight. Cracking me up.
Chris said nobody wants a Jeep.
It's great for mechanics. They make lots of money off them. All right, we got another story. We do have another story. You got another story?
Yeah, I do now.
You sure you got one?
Very illegal record has been broken.
Well, Cannonball Run.
It's not the right one, though.
But no, this is the one I was just showing you.
Yeah.
This is
the movie.
This is the movie
last week.
that you have no idea about. You haven't found it yet?
No, I haven't.
You're meant to write these things down each week and go and research these movies. We got...
deposited in there for later.
We
got too many.
We got a few there. Midnight Spares. You meant to go watch that one?
So many.
No?
The list is getting longer. The list is longer than Santa's naughty list now. So.
Yeah. No, there's so many there. Cannonball Run, another good movie you've never seen. Got to catch up. All these early 80s movies, late 70s.
Paulie said the gearbox isn't even the worst. The engine in the SRT model hand grenades frequently.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Scott said, funny that, Dave. Both are crap, but at least Russell is entertaining. And Yahtzee said, I broke a Jeep. Realistic Jeep slogan.
Right.
Yeah, this is the insane numbers of the new Cannonball record over in the States. And this is going to melt your brain, Dave.
It's going to melt my brain?
Yeah.
You're going to melt my brain? Have you read this story?
I have read it, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Good, because I have too. So you may not melt my brain. I may already know the story, but go.
May have already melted your brain.
Yes. Because it's interesting what they did.
This is the highly illegal cross-continental trip called the Cannonball Run, which is they do the cross-country at a high speed, trying to go as fast as they can, pretty much. Which sometimes breaks the speed limit.
Right.
All the time.
This was an event that was from the 70s. It was made famous by Brock Yates, and it's been reattempted over the years, and the records have been set, obviously illegally.
Yeah.
because actually, where do they go from? It tells you. They go from like New York to Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Yeah, they go across Australia.
Australia?
They start...
That's a long way. Start from New York over to Los Angeles while crossing Australia. No wonder it's illegal.
Let me have a look.
So it's not illegal to do it. It's just illegal to do it at the how quick they're doing it.
Yeah. Let me have a look. Let me see if I can find the trip.
The previous... I'll tell you what the previous one was. It was 28 hours and 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And who was that set by?
That was set in 2013 by Ed Boland, Dave Black and Dan Hyung in a modified CL55 AMG. And they did believe that wouldn't be able to be broken.
There you go. Let me have a look.
So it's 4,546 kilometres. So 4,500 kilometres, and they did it in 28 hours. So just over one full day. They were able to do 4,500 kilometres. Now this is 4,500 kilometres through winding roads, through Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, and then into LA. So they're stopping for fuel along the way, all those sorts of things, right?
Yeah. Did you say the time that they got, the new one?
No. So that record has been broken.
It has. They broke it in a 2015 Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG, which has been modified.
Highly modified, I believe.
By Toman and Tabut. They traversed a 4,564 kilometre route, 46 kilometre route, which is what you said.
Yep. Through
the Nebraska, Colorado, Utah, and Los Angeles. And they did that in a staggering 27 hours and 25 minutes.
Yes.
So almost an hour and a half quicker than the last record, which got set in 2013.
27 and a half hours to do 4,500 kilometres. So you work that out and see what sort of average speed you need to do, right?
Well, their recorded average speed was 165 kilometres an hour.
That's an average speed.
And that includes stopping for fuel.
Yeah. So that's crazy to get that sort of average speed. You're doing a heck of a lot quicker than 165 because you're obviously slowing down in parts and whatnot. And
their trip obviously was highly illegal, mainly due to the sustained high speeds, which were conducted on roads that never had limits higher than 128 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, so the highest was 80 miles an hour. That's
and they did 103 mile an hour was the average.
Yeah. So, and that's an average. Now,
in maintaining the frankly ludicrous average speed, stoppages had to be kept at a minimum, with the crew claiming they only spent 22 and a half minutes stationary to fill up the fuel tank, whilst also committing to a cruising speed of 257 kilometres an hour or 160 mile an hour for much of the journey.
Yeah, so a couple of comments. Chris from Nugget says he has read it. It was a stout effort, bloody stout effort. It's only illegal if you get caught, says Scott Sherrington. Puts a new meaning to that car can fly, says Johnny Skid Pig. Good roads, Benson and the Hedges. Zig replying to Scott.
Benson thought it was on the Autobahn or something.
No, this is in the US. That's right. Yeah. So Scott says not just stout crisp, but bloody scary. Average speed is ridiculous. Yeah. 103 mile an hour average speed, but to do that, they had a cruising speed of 257 kilometres an hour. So that's what they had to sit on and cruise for most of that trip. Now, it is. I said it was highly modified, right? The E63 AMG, they picked it because it's all-wheel drive, V8. They modded up the engine.
They had upgraded turbos, downpipes, intercooler, and intake, and they were good for acclaimed 521 kilowatts at the wheels.
Which is about 750 horsepower.
Whilst they also had a custom fabricated fuel cell. And then not only that, in order to evade the police, a pair of radar detectors were fitted, along with a laser jammer system, an aircraft collision avoidance system.
They had the aircraft collision
to avoid highway patrol, to find highway patrol aircraft.
Yeah, so if the helicopter's chasing them, they could then see that. That's why they had that.
Probably the most tricky thing that they had was a thermal scope on a roof-mounted gimbal that could be operated via remote control by the backseat passenger.
Yeah, so basically he's got these thermal binoculars that he sits in the back and he's scanning the road ahead.
Yeah, well, they picked up a cop warning on Waze and they were able to see the heat signature of the car sitting on the side of the road.
Yes. So that's what they would do. They would look at that and after all that they use Waze. There you go.
Yahtzee said just an average speed for knocking off work on Friday.
Yeah, that's when you really want to get home. They also had a police scanner, CB radio. As I said, that spotter sat in the back seat using that gyro stabilised binoculars.
They also have scouts along the way as well, I believe. So.
They did. They had about 18 scouts along the way looking ahead for them. They also had headlight and taillight kill switches. They had most of the car covered with silver vinyl to make it look more like a Honda Accord and not a Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
18 pre-organised lookouts scattered across the length of the route, scouring the road ahead of the record-chasing vehicle. Now it was all measured. The run was measured with a pair of Garmin GPS units, and that was monitored by an independent third party. And it's somehow through good preparation, partial luck, they were not pulled over by the police once during that entire run. There was a few close calls with a police car actually managed to not get detected by them until it was right on them and it was heading in the opposite direction, that side. We're in America. The E63 at that point was travelling at 193 kilometres an hour when the police passed them.
Yeah.
And apparently he did ping them with radar.
But for some reason he didn't perform a U-turn to engage in pursuit. Other than a mobile speed trap being set up down the road, this was the closest the high-speed record breakers got to being pulled over.
So he went past them, got them at 190 whatever Ks, thought, I'm not going to do a U-turn, I'll never catch them. It was probably why he didn't do a U-turn.
Yeah.
But called it in and they set up a mobile speed trap down further, but they obviously were able to spot that one.
Yeah.
So, pretty crazy story.
So Yahtzee said they had a couple of people on post during the trip looking out for coppers. Yep, 18 of them. Zig said shit goes past you fast at that speed. Benson said who needs P brakes when you're pissing yourself going 300 kilometres anyways.
Yeah.
Trevor Smith said should be the amended M1 speed limit. No one would ever do it anyways.
They all sit under the speed limit out there. It's annoying.
Nugget Garage said it's impressive in any way you look at it. Not only impressive speed, but sustained for over a day.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Marv said, I thought that's the normal limit anyways on the M1 Trevor. I remember the BWCC days. Yahtzee said, shout out to the Garmin for not realising they sponsored the runs. Charles Galea, how you going, mate?
G'day, Charles.
Said, hi guys, hope you've had a great week. We have. Scott Sherrington said silver vinyl. They got that from the movie. Remember the Countach?
Oh yeah, they did. Yes.
Washed off the paint to change the colour.
Yep. I do remember that now.
And Trevor said, what are the dates for the Cannonball Run in Queensland?
We'll do that after the 13th. All right.
It's time for
laws and then our quiz. So we're going to do time for our contestants to jump on
into the waiting room
on Discord and get ready for that.
Get ready to cast your votes for the laws. For which one you think is the funniest, craziest, whatever you think is the better one, you chuck a vote in for that.
So yeah, shout out Mafia boys and Paulie. Jump in the waiting room on Discord and turn. Yeah, if you're watching on anything else, turn it down.
Yeah.
If you're on,
get ready to turn it down. Yeah.
And if you're on phone, just don't put it on speaker. Use it up to the ear.
Yeah.
Speaker.
Paulie's already on, and Mark's already in the chat as well.
No worries. See,
we'll
Chris.
Jump in a minute.
Chris is off.
We'll jump in the chat in a minute, and I'll move you guys into the live call section.
And Chris, we'll catch you later, and you might have to jump on and have a crack at this quiz one of these nights. Take on our carryover champions.
Yeah, whoever it ends
Who
up
will
being.
it be?
Yeah.
Can Mafia Boy get knocked off his perch tonight?
See you later, Zig, as well. Zig's off.
See you, Zig. But we'll quickly do crazy laws, and then we'll jump into it.
So, don't forget to cast your vote for who you reckon is the best law out of these. So I guess I'll start us off.
Yeah, because I've got to find mine.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
So in England, it's a crime to hold a salmon suspiciously. Thanks to the Great Salmon Act of 1986. While the statement itself is clear, it leaves so many unanswered questions. Is it possible to hold a salmon unsuspiciously? Does it matter if the salmon is food or pet? And what is the obviously entertaining backstory?
Yeah, I want to know. What does it look like to hold?
Like holding your salmon dish suspiciously in a restaurant?
Like hiding it behind your back or something? I don't know.
It's like trying to eat your salmon.
Yeah, this is a bit...
It's on your fork and you're like...
Suspicious salmon. Where's that? Where was it?
In England.
That's in England.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Chris, have you ever heard that one before? Rhode Island. I got one from Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
And this is still in effect today, apparently. That you may not sell toothpaste and a toothbrush to the same customer on a Sunday.
There you go.
I have absolutely no context as to why.
Oops, I accidentally done the prize wheel.
Woo! Did I win?
Just trying to get everything ready for you.
Did I win?
No.
Oh, was it my time's up?
Yeah.
You may not sell toothpaste and a toothbrush to the same customer on a Sunday. Or you can't get caught holding a salmon suspiciously. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yahtzee said,
Are
you sure that's a real rule, Tyler? It smells a bit fishy. I have no idea.
Oh, good one, Yahtzee. Good one. That is a bit fishy. All right.
Yeah.
We've got to put some people into the waiting room.
The Salmon Act of 1986 is an act of Parliament of the United Kingdom, passed in 1986, which regulates salmon fishery. It is frequently cited in lists of absurd or unusual laws, since it contains a provision making it illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances.
That's classic.
There you go. Chris said, yep, he sure has, and he doesn't think he's guilty. Alrighty, get your votes in. Who do you reckon has the better law of the two?
I do like that one. I think you've done well with the salmon.
I thought you might like that one.
Have you got the guys ready?
Just about. I'm just setting myself up.
Set yourself up. Have you got your quiz questions?
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Right answer. That was the correct answer.
I'm
glad. We haven't had any votes yet.
Are you ready to go yet?
I've just jumped in the chat.
Come on.
That's the wrong answer.
You should be ready. Ready.
I'm moving the guys in. We have...
Yeah, I'm with you, boy. I think Tyler had it this week.
We have Paulie. G'day, Paulie. How you going?
How you going, fellas?
Yeah, not
G'day,
bad,
mate.
And Marf's in the chat as well now.
You hear me?
Yep, gotcha.
Got you. Both loud and clear. Can you hear each other?
I just got to unmute him. I can hear him.
There you go.
All right. I don't think I need to count the votes. It looks like it's going to be a landslide.
it is. Yahtzee voted for me. Thanks, mate.
Pity vote.
All right, guys. So, are you ready to take on the quiz? Now, Marv, you've already done this for a few weeks in a row, obviously, so you know the process.
That's my first time.
Yeah, it might be your first time to lose. If Paulie, there you go. Paulie might bring it tonight, mate. Paulie, you know how it works. Your name is the buzzer.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm all on it.
You're all on it. You know your name. You're all good.
Yeah, I got it written on my hands. Just
Classic. I've broken the buzzer though. Oh, what did I do?
Got to unlock it. I should have put smart lock on so it unlocks for you.
That would have been better. All right. That would have been better. So Tyler, the quiz master, will ask the questions and he'll let you know who buzzes in first and then you can answer.
Alrighty. We're ready to go. So,
Yes, we are.
question 1. Where did Cadillac hide the gas cap in the 1958 Cadillac Coupe de Ville? Was it A? Paulie.
Oh, in the tail light.
Oh, there you go. Correct answer. Bang. I didn't even need to read them out.
Didn't need the multiple choice. Look out.
You keeping score?
No, you are.
There we go. All right. All right. Number 2. What was the first car to come equipped with anti-lock brakes? Was it A, the Shelby Cobra, B, Jensen FF, or C, the Lincoln Continental Mark III? Paulie?
I'll go the Continental.
Incorrect. Marv, you want to have a go?
Yep. I thought it was that or the Jensen FF.
It was the Jensen FF.
Did you say Ford or the Jensen FF? There was
he thought it was that or.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I was tossing up between them. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a Jensen, but it was like when Paulie said that, it was like, thank you. Yep, you confirmed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd second guess myself when he said Continental. I was like, oh no, it's the Connie, not the Jensen.
The 1966 Jensen FF came equipped with the Dunlop Maxarat anti-lock braking system, which was originally developed for use on aircraft. Although crude by today's standards and sometimes unreliable, the Jensen FF's anti-skid system was a huge technological breakthrough at the time. So 3 years later, the Continental then had improved on the idea, placing sensors on the rear wheels that modulated the pressure on the wheel brakes when they began to lock up.
Oh. There you go. We've learned something.
Alrighty, we have question 3. How much did a 1959 Aston Martin DB Mark III originally cost? Did it cost A, $46.50, B, $68.40, or C, $74.50? Marv?
A.
Incorrect, I believe.
Did you not
I
write your answer
didn't write
down?
down the answer. I thought I did.
Tyler doesn't know the right answer. He is. He's on it. Look out.
Alrighty, Paulie. We've got B or C?
B.
B. I'll find out in a second. I think it was C, though. I'm not sure.
It was half point anyway. You don't even know.
What sort of quizmaster is this?
No.
What sort of quizmaster are
This is
you?
what happens when I'm rushed and doing the questions.
You did the questions yesterday.
Yeah, I was rushed. Rushed myself. Let's have a look. It was $74.50. I was right. It was C. But I will give you half a point. Or maybe we can scrap that question. We'll see what happens.
1.5 each. Everyone's on 1.5 points.
Alrighty.
Right.
Number 4. In the 1970s,
Sorry.
the body of the French-built Simca 180 was imported to Australia to build which Australian car? A, the Centura, B, the Escort, or C, Astra?
Oh.
Marv?
Centura.
Correct. I need to look up my next question because I didn't write the answer down for that one either.
You did well on getting the questions, but yes. All right. So you're sure on that one?
Mm-hmm. I'm
Okay.
sure on that one.
Because you put it in because you were in the Centura?
I did. Alrighty. Number 5. When was the first car built? Was it A, 1885? Marv?
1885.
Yep, correct.
Oh, hey, it is.
It's too quick for me.
Yeah, he got ya.
Number 6. This is from our recent video at the MTAQ. We spoke to Andrew and Bob, who had the 911 and Cobra. But what was different about the 911? Marv?
Left-hand drive.
Correct. Anything else for a bonus point?
It had a 3.6 litre motor swap from the later model 911.
It was from a 993, but I'll give you the point for having the motor.
Half a
I
point.
said
Half a
911.
point.
Half a point.
It's a later model 911.
Half a point there. half a bonus point.
Quarter point.
Alrighty. Also, at the MTAQ, we spoke to Ivan, who owned what model of Tirana? Marv?
J.
Ooh, incorrect. Paulie?
LC.
LC, correct.
Yep.
There we go. Probably should bring these scores down.
That one.
I'm going to move these scores down so I don't have to keep scrolling up the page to put them in. Alrighty, jump them in there.
What question we up to?
Number 8. At the MTAQ, we also spoke to Nathan, who mentioned about 2 mobile apps that had been worked on in the MTAQ innovation space. What were the name of these apps? There's a point for each correct name.
Oh,
They were-
I think I tuned out when I started hearing about apps.
I'll use my app to put some sound effects in.
Marv, yep.
Pretty sure for one it was Drive Safe.
No, incorrect. They were in the background on 2 banners. So I'll give you a hint. They were in the background of the interview for the whole way.
Nah.
We've
missed
out.
out.
Have an idea? Any ideas?
Missed out.
Yeah, hang on.
He's quickly watching.
I'm cheating.
Get to the video.
Nah.
To play your laptop, I don't have
All right.
I know.
Monitors.
No one got that one. No one got that
We'll
one.
sling it over into the next question.
Oh, what were the answers? What were the answers? mate?
Refueler
Refueler
and 2
two
motor.
Yes, it was refueler and two motor.
I didn't write the answer down to this one either.
Oh man, I'll have to get a
Hey,
new.
wing it.
I'll get a new co-host soon.
That's
We run a
different to all
competition
mine.
for that next week.
Opportunities.
I've got plenty of time up your sleeve.
You come down too.
What's this? That's different to all my answers. I'm going to have to change my question. Website I got it from lied to me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Your question was wrong.
Yeah,
you're
I just
gonna
looked
have
it
to
up and
move
the
on,
question
move
was
on.
wrong.
Move on to the next
Pretend
one.
it's like Jeopardy. Do the answer and we'll try and give the question.
We've had no technical issues other than yourself this week, Tom.
Yeah.
8
I'll
cars for
change this
200,
quickly.
Tyler.
Number 9. I'll do it. Now that I know the right answer. When was the world's first speeding fine given out? Was it A, 1896, B, 1902, or C, 1928?
Paulie.
Paulie?
B.
B, incorrect. Marv?
I'm going to go with A.
1896, that's correct. According to Google, anyways.
According to your quiz, it was wrong.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Got to Google your own answers, mate.
Alrighty, we got a true or false. So true or false? 22 girls can fit into a smart car.
True. Marv.
Marv said, Marv is buzzed in, and he said true, so I'll take
True.
that. That is incorrect. And Paulie, you want to take a guess?
Is it false?
Correct. The Guinness World Record that has stood for a fair few years now is only 20 girls from 2 different cheerleading teams that have both accomplished that.
So yeah, you can fit 20 girls in a smart car, but the challenge is going to be finding 20 girls that'll get in a smart car. You ain't picking up any girls in a smart car.
Alrighty, and
Have you ever seen that one with the Hayabusa motor in it?
I don't think I have.
and I think there's one with a V8 as well that does wheelies.
Yeah.
Diablo. Diablo is the name of the smart car. I remember the one.
Oh, I
There you
haven't
go.
seen that.
Alrighty, and a bonus question. What does the MTAQ stand for?
Paulie.
Paulie?
Motor Trade Association Queensland.
Correct. It's been a close one.
It has been a close one.
Mm-hmm.
But-
Marv got me.
He
we
did.
got Paulie on 4.5 and Marf on 6. If you had the apps, you would have beaten him by 0.5.
I should have loaded the video faster.
Yeah, you did well. You did well. It was a close one, and other than Tyler, we had no technical issues this week, which was
Didn't have to restart the stream.
We didn't have to start the stream.
It's just because it didn't go
had
down.
sound.
I had to create something.
We got everything. Anyway, appreciate you guys coming on. Marf, you've got some news. You've got a video uploading tonight.
Yeah, I've got the video uploading right as we speak. So while I was doing this quiz with you guys, I'm actually uploading it right now. So as soon as I hop off here, I just hit distribute and publish, and there we go. You guys can watch it straight away.
Sweet,
Man.
sweet. So there's something
There you
for
go.
us to watch after this. We'll check out what you're doing. We got the breaks on. What are we up to? What can we see this week on there?
So basically, at the moment, last time you saw me just descaling and de-rusting everything. This episode is preparing everything and getting it all finished, and then next episode is bolting it all on, because I literally have 12 days until cyclone season starts up here, and if that car doesn't get in the Marth garage in that time, it's game over for me, and I won't make it to Rocky Nats, and Carnage will win by default.
Well, I see Carnage is having a bit of issue as well.
Yeah, Scotty's having those issues, but doesn't help when you have the exhaust and inlet valve open at the same time. So he discovered that today, but, lesson learned.
You were hoping for a head gasket.
Oh, head. I was thinking, complete destruction here. Here he is. He's going to have to import a new motor from Golby's, and I was thinking I was going to get a little bit more of a head start, but no luck for me. So I have to keep pushing harder and harder and trying to keep up with you.
All right, mate. Well, we'll have a watch later on. Appreciate you coming on again. Now, how many weeks are we up to?
You guys. 4 weeks now. So
halfway there.
There you go.
Halfway to a shirt. Halfway to a shirt. Quarter to a Lambo. That's it. All right, we'll see how you go next week. We'll get another challenger for you. And Paulie, thanks for joining, mate. Great to have you on. And mate, are you going to get out to any meets or anything this weekend?
I'll try and get out to something. I think it's got my birthday party on Saturday night too. So.
Oh, your birthday party.
Well, I hope it's been a better week for you, and you have a big night for your birthday.
Yeah, cheers.
Mate, we'll make sure we wish you a happy birthday in Discord as well.
If you can't be good at it.
Well, birthday was yesterday, but...
it was yesterday.
Happy belated birthday.
Well, still, happy birthday for it.
Cheers, fellas.
Well, I'll have another drink for you now.
No dramas.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll move over and we'll do what's on. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks, fellas.
Catch us later.
Yeah, everyone. Cheers.
All right, what's on? What's on, Tyler? What is on? Everyone wants to know.
Well, if you want to know what's on, you just got to open up the events page and overtakinglane.com.au.
That's true. Oh, look, I didn't have the quiz slide up. Whoops.
Damn.
There it is. There's the quiz slide.
Well, we have a bunch of comments. Johnny was playing along.
How'd you go? How did you go at home? Did you do anything? That was good. Chris is off. Chris Young's off. See you, buddy. Thanks,
Catch
mate.
you later. Thanks for
Have
tuning
a good day.
Scott said because Google would never lie.
No, that's right. You're all safe there.
Yahtzee said, damn, only 20 of them. If the car is so smart, why can't they find me 2 more girls?
Yes.
And Scott said, I don't reckon they're 20-plus size girls.
They were cheerleaders, apparently.
And the Guinness World Record states they have to be over 18 years of age and a certain height, I believe.
And there's a happy birthday there from Sally. So there's the website.
Mm-hmm.
You guys probably all know it anyway, but the events tab is on there.
Mm-hmm.
You can get across there, see what's on. Now, I don't think we're going to get to anything this weekend ourselves, are we? Because we got like Christmas party on, but we've got so many videos to edit. So now Tyler's got a few weeks off before he starts full-time work. I can flick the couple of videos I've got to edit over to him, and he can get onto those for me. So before he starts working and complains how buggered he is after work each day.
How much I don't want to go on a computer.
Yeah, that's true. On the website, we've also, of course, got the merch. So events tab, the merch tab. There's all that sort of stuff on there. So, what's on? What is on, Tyler? What have we got for us? Are you going to kick us off and start us with a bit of what's on?
We have Munchie's Friday night car meet is on at Acacia Ridge, Elizabeth Street, 5:30pm till 8:30pm. Paulie said there is only one event from September. Only the one? I've got plenty on here.
Is it not? Cookie's not refreshing or something?
No idea.
Maybe. Mine are loading. There he is. No, yep, I got it. 13th of December, Munchies. Yep, I'm all good. It's working for me. So maybe you're...
There you go. Yatsu said he's thinking of hitting up Munchies tomorrow. Haven't been since everybody got moved out the back, supposedly.
Yeah, I haven't been to Munchies for a long time, but
Yeah,
I'll be...
right.
I've got a few things to do because I'm having a bit of a Christmas party event here on Saturday, so I've got a bit of stuff to do around the house tomorrow night. Get ready for that.
On Facebook, it's only showing the one event.
Oh, on Facebook?
Do we have the one?
Yeah, yes. On Facebook, we have an events tab on Facebook as well.
Yep. If you jump over to
The website.
overtakinglane.com.au, I'll drop a link in the chat.
Yeah, sorry, they are on the website, not in the Facebook page. It's actually pretty hard to list them all into there. With our own events, we put up on the Facebook one. So I think that one from September was just a meet before we went to Yank Tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is. But jump on the website, you'll find an events tab on the website.
But not only that, on Friday, we also have the Night Runner Cross Twisted meet at Furbalicious Kebabs in Southport.
Yeah.
So should be a pretty big one. It's
If
two
actually we
big
get a bit
clubs
of time,
hanging
we should pop up there to that because we know those guys.
Yeah.
Twisted Society,
out.
nice a bunch of young guys.
Yeah.
They are. They always they've got a bit of a page, a club page. They always share our videos on there. They watch our videos. They come and say g'day to us at Sunday sesh. Yeah, just good guys. Good car enthusiasts. Do the right thing in their cars.
Yeah.
They are a good group. Twisted and Night Runner as well.
Yeah.
Which is Sean's son. What's his name? Lachlan. There you go. That's Lachlan. Runs Night Runner.
Organising some track events and
Again,
stuff for the guys to go fast in
Again,
cars.
just another young fellow with his head screwed on in the car scene and knows what it's about when it comes to track days and car meets. It keeps it separate. So they're promoting a good culture in those couple of clubs. So we're very much in support of those. So they'll be at Furby's, which is Ferry Road.
Paulie said, I'm an idiot. Sorry. No, all good. It's all right. Yahtzee said, did you guys get any photos of the Auto 1 car meet in November around the 6th? I saw a couple of cameras. Wasn't sure who it was. We certainly did. We made a video of it.
We did, yeah. Yep. So we were definitely at that one, and there is a video up on our page. Drop into our videos. I think there might be a playlist for Auto 1, is there?
No, I think so.
It could be
Possibly.
even an Auto 1 playlist, because we've done about 3 Auto 1 videos now.
Johnny Skidpig said Gatton Motorfest has been cancelled. I saw that the other day, actually. Pretty sad.
Yeah.
Trevor said bad weather this weekend, supposedly in Queensland.
Supposed to be a few storms about, but we'll see what it does. We got Saturday. We got a few bits and pieces on.
I will mention one quickly.
Yeah.
That I don't think we have. Is the Test and Tune at Willowbank is on Saturday, and if you have a Christmas themed car, you get in for free.
Oh yeah, because that got moved. As well, because of the weather the other night.
No, I think so. Yeah, they had one. I think they had one on Wednesday and one on Saturday.
Yeah, maybe the Wednesday one got cancelled. Because I got sent a message about that.
Yeah.
So Saturday you got the Lakeside Carnacross Day. It's just a bit of an in-between day for they do different events, and it's about driving against the clock on a memory-based course. Driver skill, vehicle setup, and memory all play a part in going fast. But even the most basic car can be fast. So it's one of their cheapest events and suitable for all cars. Loads of fun. Drivers as young as 14 are welcome.
And they do require a licensed passenger.
And yeah, any driver under 16 requires a licensed passenger. It is $135 a car, but there is only 40 cars, so you have to check that out if you're still looking for a spot. Jump on Lakeside's page on Facebook or follow the links on our page to get to that one. Kingaroy Speedway. Saw Kingato earlier on here. They're at Nango, not far from Kingaroy, but Kingaroy Speedway has the Super Sedans Queensland title happening out there from 10 a.m.
Yeah,
big
should
day.
Be interesting.
Yep.
10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Yahtzee said the Wednesday one was cancelled due to poor weather.
There you go.
On Saturday again, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. we have a HSV Nation Dyno Day.
Yep. So Brisbane event. It's on Ipswich Road. 2,365 Ipswich Road, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The car with the highest brake wheel horsepower takes home a trophy and $250 cash.
There you go.
So
We have Roll Racing Xmas Bash on 4 p.m. till 10 p.m. at Queensland Raceway. It should be a good one. Lots of quick cars get out to Queensland Raceway for roll racing.
yeah, definitely.
Gates open at 2 p.m. and on track from 4. Eliminators at 9 p.m. $10 per person for spectators. Kids 12 and under are free.
We've got one down south. Street Fest Summer Showdown. That's on at Rutherford in New South Wales. 387 New England Highway to be exact. $5 to enter your car or bike. There's food trucks, DJs, all that sort of stuff. There's some free giveaways from sponsors.
Could be a good one to get out and check it out. Also on Saturday again. Plenty on Saturday this weekend. We've got Downshifts Brisbane end of year meet. 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. That's the final one of the year by the sounds of that.
Yep.
Usually an alright meet for
Beenley
Jack
Showgrounds is the
Euros and
location.
whatnot. There you go.
If you're looking for that one, get out Showgrounds at Beenley. What time? 6 p.m.
$5 per person. Usually lots of JDM and Euros and 6-cylinder Ecotechs with no exhaust.
We've got Queensland Cruising's Gold Coast Meet and Cruise on. So they're back on the Gold Coast. Another great club, Queensland Cruising. Great bunch of people.
Heading out to Furby Kebabs.
They'll also be at Furby's. So you got Friday night and Saturday night at Furby's if you want to get down and have a snack pack.
We also then have on Sunday now. We're kicking it over to Sunday. We have 2019 Maddie Hill Breast Cancer Charity Car and Bike Show on at the Newcastle Kart Racing Club.
Yep.
It's that time of the year again, guys. Charity Car and Bike Show, raising money for the National Breast Cancer Foundation. The show is going to be held at the Newcastle Kart Racing Club, organised by 18-year-old Maddie Hill. There you go. So the show was the first time held in December 2015, and over the first 4 years, they've raised $49,782. Their goal for 2019 is to raise $13,000 towards the National Breast Cancer Foundation.
There was also an event at Norwell Motorplex on Sunday with Paul Morris.
For ages 14 to 17 years old.
Yeah, it is for the kids. Get up there. They're moving from carts to cars. So for $595, they go through a full training and go racing in actual cars. They drive a Toyota 86, I think, is what they move into. So. Paddle shift.
Or a manual.
Yep. Don't need any experience. Yep. I'll put them in it.
They get a CAMS, OLT and licensing. Go over emergency procedures, flags, safety car procedures, starts, understeer, oversteer, data analyzing and understanding data, cornering analysis, vision, steering, braking and balance, looking where you're going, an A to Z rundown in motorsport for $595.
Out there with the dude. Well worth doing for anyone that's serious into motorsport and coming out of karting or just want to go do it.
Got coffee and cars in Terranora. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Pavilions Marketplace. I've heard this one's all right. We haven't been down there yet.
I have been to that one.
I haven't, personally.
No, I went down there one day.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good. Yeah, I got there a little bit late. There's still plenty on there, though.
There's a lucky...
I think you get like a buy one, get one free coffee and stuff as well when you turn up with the car.
It's a lucky door prize, and then there's also a raffle, which is for a family pass to Kingston Park Raceway.
There you go. They got Brisbane's best classic car show by the Bay. That's on at 10 a.m. through to 1 p.m. at Waterloo Bay Hotel. This is one that
Glenn Dicker just asked about. He said, have you ever been to the Waterloo Bay Hotel in Wynnum? Sunday 15th. Is it worth going to?
I haven't. I haven't been there, but it does look good. It looks good. So it's the best car show by the Bay. Rust and Chrome Cruisers are the ones running it. It's from 10 a.m. Yeah, look at... It's a good spot and looks good. I haven't been to it, but best car of the day gets $50 gift voucher and a trophy. And there's it looks like looks pretty good. Worth checking out. Now,
Double up on events there.
Double up because there's another one called Sunday Sesh, but that's the same event.
Mm-hmm. And also a double up again. Coffee and Cars is on the next page. We got Rat Fink in the chat. Morning, gents. How you going,
G'day,
mate?
buddy. Nearly time for work for you.
Have you got the shirt yet? I haven't been on the emails.
Yeah. Has the shirt arrived yet? Outlook was down today. We're not getting any emails today.
Yeah.
Boom King's Base Masters final round is also on at Auto 1 on Sunday, 4:30 through to 8:30. So if you've got a big stereo system and you want to go and do the decibel challenge and take on the big boys, and get out to that one, Auto 1 at Browns Plains.
It's from 4:30 till 8:30, and that's it.
That's us. That's us for another week. That's all the events and all the news that we've got this week. And yeah, we've made it through a week without any internet issues.
Oh, there you go. Rat Fink has got the shirt. Awesome.
Sweet. That's great. Excellent. That's perfect. Good to see you made it all the way to the other side of the world. All right, guys. Well, that's us. We've got no comments to catch up on. We're all good.
No, we have none.
We did them. All right. That's us for another week. We thank you for coming along and spending it with us on a Thursday night. It was a rush night. You got to join us for dinner as well while we had dinner and drinks and chatted about the news. And it was great to have everyone here as usual.
Make sure you do hit the like button as well.
And you can't play that song. You played that song at the start.
Did I?
Yeah, move it on. Come on, freshen it up, DJ.
I just click on the music that's in your playlist.
Yeah, but you get the same song each week. Come on. You've got to mix it up. What else you got for us? Excellent. Thanks, Paulie. Thank you, mate. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your birthday weekend, mate. And yeah, happy birthday from all of us here. And night, everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you.
Leave with some superhero music.
Oh, come on.
This is in your playlist.
Oh, this is just stuff that comes from downloaded for the videos. It's not my playlist, but pick something else. Come on. Mix it up, mate. Mix it up.
This one alright?
Yeah, that'll do. We'll get a little bit of heavy.
Rat Fink's going to send us some pics next week.
Perfect.
Stephen Jackson, see you next week. Good show. Cheers, mate. You probably already said these, but I couldn't hear anything with the headphones on. See you later, Lynn. Thanks for tuning in. Scott Sherrington, see you next week. Certainly we'll be here. Trevor Smith, good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Rat Fink, play some AC/DC. We wish we could. Copyright issues with that one.
We've got songs that sound very much like AC/DC though.
No, I'll put that on.
We've got some fake AC/DC. Just sounds like it.
I don't know, is this one of them? That's one of them.
That's one. There you go. Enjoy. All right, we're signing out. Thanks, guys.
Well, see you in the next one.
Stay on the right lane.
Find the end screen button. There we go.
You can call me stupid,